Hi. So, hope everyone's had a good Tuesday. I had a wonderful Tuesday. It was challenging, I have to admit, but it was very interesting and I was very happy at the end of the day. Exhausted, but Spirit had me not forget, as of last night, to do several posts, live teachings. So some of my ministry is going to come through Facebook, as well as my YouTube videos, forecasts, but little mini lessons, micro lessons, with messages, spiritual messages, perhaps sometimes through stories. Anyhow, tonight, what I really wanted to get across to you all, I was talking actually to a couple of people after I did the video the other night and for the forecast for the next 6 months, and I found that there was a recurring theme of like, how do I give? I don't have enough know-how is what I heard a lot, to do that. We all know how to give. We all know how to receive also. And there's many different forms. So I would like to maybe make a little series for the next couple of days. We'll see how good I can follow through. Maybe every other day, but the first talk that I would like to give, which is a really big, loud message as a result of talking to a friend yesterday who saw the video and who's in dire straits. She felt like she had no more time for herself. Everything that she was touching was not turning into gold. She literally had painted herself in a box, a small one. It wasn't a corner, it was a box, really. And it was a little intense, the conversation, because I had to get across to her that she needed time for herself. And people who usually give a lot, or who are nurturing, who are very loving, or who have lost a lot in their life, and they work themselves, to build themselves up, could be very charismatic, could be full of energy, can be full of a life, because they need to be, because they need to pull themselves up, or they need to be strong for themselves or for other people in their lives. And after a while, if you're not conscious of this type of lifestyle that we begin to live, we become martyrs. And the life of a martyr, I'm not saying it's bad. A life of a martyr is could be very fulfilling for someone who is destined to be a martyr. Most of us aren't. So people who are in a nurturing spot, who build themselves up, or who get lost in giving and serving to others and do not think about themselves ever, I would caution. Sometimes this can become a form of control, especially if you lost a lot in your life and you had to fight for everything, and you feel like you need to fight for the underdog, and you get lost in that, and you become so passionate about it, you get lost in that energy of wanting to fulfill a need, that somebody has to look out for this person who's just like me when nobody was there for me. So it doesn't really become the object of giving to somebody else. It becomes an object of saving me, saving, what I lost, saving what I could potentially lose, control. So it becomes something based on ego. And we do not become selfless, we become selfish. And it can be very, very, very subtle. And the denial would be so great. No, I'm not doing that. No, I give everything all away. Question, why do you give everything all away? Are you giving it all away because you are selfless? Because you want to and you know you can? Or because you have a hidden agenda that is really is hidden in subconscious layers of an emotional tragedy, trauma, maybe an addiction, a habit, a behavior that you have not confronted. I know at one point in my youth, I used to be so involved in pleasing everyone. Low self-esteem to some degree. And I would say things just to please other people, to keep the peace, all the time, and let people walk on my back. All the time. So, what did I do after a period of time, over the years? I became sick and tired of being sick and tired. I revolted. I became a very mean person, believe it or not. I became more selfish. So when I wasn't really speaking up for myself, or I was just pleasing people, saying things just to control the situation, I did more of that without even knowing, and became a lifestyle where it hurt not only other people, but it hurt me most of all, because I lived in this lifestyle of self-denial, and I was denying other people also of the truth of maybe, their mother being able to give them that life lesson, or maybe they're, someone later or down the road, or maybe even God to give them that lesson. Or maybe I was supposed to give them that lesson by speaking up and not being a people pleaser. But that's just one scenario, and it goes deeper. As a this could spin off, if you're not aware of it and you don't catch it from the beginning, it could spin off into, other things, other acts that are not selfless, and you keep reminding other people, oh, I did this for you, or, here's the, I'm donating this money for you, and this is just for you, and just, it's $500, $1,000, or, I really didn't need this bag, and I really wanted you to have it, and the bag cost me several $1,000s. It's very expensive. There's attachments. The person is having attachments and giving it away. They're not really giving it away with an act of love. They're not being selfless. They're still attached to the item. So when we're thinking and talking and acting on behalf of someone else, and when we're giving to someone else, we have to always step back and check our motives. Is this really helping the person? Is this really helping me? Do we have any attachments in giving to this person? Is this a form of control that I have? And if it is, what form of control is it? So control is an issue, and self-denial as well, and the issue of being selfless, not selfish. It runs deep. Something to think about, something to chew on. If you have any questions, if you want to further discuss this in the next 24 hours or so, please post a comment, send me a message, and we can discuss this some more. I'm always open to feedback, and it's time for me to hit the hay because these eyelids are really getting heavy now. So there, I delivered the message. And I brought this to my friend's attention, and my friend, she took it all and she said, you have a point. And then she said, well, maybe. So, when you deliver a message, when you give something away, you just give it away, you let it go with no expectations whatsoever, no attachments. And I got something in return. I got a message from Spirit saying, hey, you should talk about this. And you should administer this to your ministry, to you all. So I hope you found some something in this, something helpful, and some empowerment. And good luck on your giving and receiving. When we can give freely, we can receive freely also, with trust. And we'll talk about that next time. Trust. One of my favorites. Good night. Mwah.